Into round three. I lost the die roll, and my opponent has already chosen a mulligan. I'm going to keep, even though I'm pretty land heavy. Again, I like having all my colors. Nice 2-drop, a nice morph. I'm not going to get much greedier than that. And I get a draw into, some other spell of some kind, or just another land. We got all of our lands. It's all I need for lands. Mardu Hateblade. Ooh, are you an aggro card? Or deck, rather, I should say. Let me just show off my amazing mana here. And then we'll play the Blossoming Sands when we need to. We have plenty of lands, and we can put it in on a time where we don't need it. Not worried about it. Opponent attacks. I do not block. I think that's pretty straightforward. My Death Toucher is better than your pseudo Death Toucher. No blocks. Another guide. That's actually fantastic here. Since I do have a black source. My opponent did not play a morph. Something of note. At 3 mana last turn. Could be due to not a lot of morphs in the deck, or just having had to mull down on the play. Doesn't have that many options. There's a morph. There's your morph guy. You knew you wanted that morph. I'm definitely not attacking. I don't want to trade either of my guys for Mardu Hateblade. And I'm actually okay just kind of drawing the game out now that I have a nice removal spell, a good finisher, and then soon I'm going to be able to start flipping my guides, and that's going to be insane. Sure, the Hateblade will end up taking something out. That's fine. But I want it to happen on my terms. There we are. An appropriately Mardu deck. Hey, why is this here? Doesn't belong there. There we go. Wasn't cleared from last game. That's silly. Opponent has nothing, but has 5 mana. Aww. Shenanigans, shenanigans. Well, I think we attack with everything. I won't get my bump on this guy, which means the morph can just trade for no reason. Maybe I just attack with the morphs then? See what my opponent does? I'm actually okay with that. Yeah, let's do it. I'll flip whichever morph. I mean, the Mardu Hateblade's going to take out one of my guys. Would I rather it be the Air or the Abzan Guide? I think with the Abzan Guides. I actually like this Death Toucher quite a bit. Kind of signals to my opponent that I don't care that much. And I'm assuming my opponent has a 5 mana morph that wants to go down. And that means my opponent can't flip the morph and do this. Do you have a flip? 5/2? What are they? Canyon Lurker? Is that what they're called? That's 4 mana, so my opponent can... Ooh, a Feat of Resistance. That's what it is. Can you also flip? That's a good card. Forgot about Feat of Resistance. Which I should not do this late in the format. Alright, well, my dude stays alive. I get a couple of damage in. Takes my turn, but I get a card. Thinking next turn we Roar of Challenge? I don't know. What do I want to do here? I think if a removal spell comes down after this Roar of Challenge and takes out my Absent Guide while I'm attacking, it's just nice to have both of these guys block. Could just attack with both again, though. Or I could start Suspension Fielding. Get rid of that dude. kind of want a Roar Challenge. Because next turn I can unmorph and play Suspension Field, which is nice. If I have Roar of Challenge now, it just wipes the board. But a removal spell like a Murderous Cut would kill me. Let's just see if this resolves, shall we? Two for one? No, okay. Let's give it a go. I took a risk. I took a risk there. Now what you got? Interesting. My guy's indestructible. How does that work with First Strike? Because he doesn't die. Does he get removed from combat, though? Doesn't really matter. I think I want the 4/4 dead. No, actually, I think I want the Hate Blade dead, because I can take care of that 4/4 First Strike with a Suspension Field, and I wouldn't feel bad about it. Yeah, let's just kill the Hate Blade. Good, so it does stay in combat. Sweet. Love it. I'm not going to use the Suspension Field. I'm still ahead on the board, so we're okay. We can wait, do a Murderous Cut or something afterwards. Haste and Prowess. Yeah, I think my opponent just has an aggressive deck. And this is kind of the issue with the Mardu decks, is they peter out so quickly. I mean, I'm not saying I've lynched this game. This 4/4 is pretty relevant. But now we gotta do this. Take out the tracker. We also gotta have a Murderous Cut or a yeah, my opponent's just like, alright, there's no way that's happening. Yeah, I thought I was gonna really enjoy like the Mardu deck when this format first started, but it just peters out. At least for someone like me who's not a super great aggressive player. I think better players can do it in a Boros type build. Definitely not Smite. Injury would be cool against my opponent, but again, that worry about it being not reliably cast with only 5 black sources when I want it. Kill shot for sure. My opponent's going to be aggressive. Do I want 2 Suspension Fields, though? We didn't see that many targets. We only saw that one dorky target. It ended up working really well there, don't get me wrong. But in general, if my opponent's going kind of like fast aggro-y, but I haven't seen enough to really know that that's the case. I guess I have. Of the 3 creatures I saw and the types of colors my opponent's playing, field may not be that insane. I could just want like another early creature. So I just don't lose super slowly. Or super quickly, rather. Slow down the game is what I was thinking. This is a great keep. 2 to 3 to 4 to Roar Challenge. My opponent's also keeping this time, not having a mulligan. So less of a disadvantage. Pinewalker, you're nice. Alright, I just need a black source and I'll be in business. Aggressive start. Aggressive start. Ooh, bunch of 1-0s. Ooh, Defiant Strike. You are really aggressive, my friend. Alright, 3 damage on turn 2 is definitely good. No one said it wasn't. Fortunately, I can't really block the Mazda Swift Bear if like another Defiant Strike or something comes down. But then it's really only 1 point of damage, so who cares? Alright, Soul Road Patrol, that will get good. Needed some lands soonish, friends. I guess I attack. I mean, I kind of want my guy more on blocks against this deck, but I also don't want to fall too far behind. I think we'll trade off this Abden Guide against the Hate Blade if a Swamp comes down. You know, it's such a better card, but the Pine Walker I can actually, flip with the colors I have. If I don't draw a black source, then this is just going to be a 2/2 for 3 all day long. I will make a block here. Preserving life total, as well as, Hate Blade's going to get something at some point. I want an untapped land, please. I'm considering this Anok Bondkin a 2/1 for this game. I don't think it's going to get to a point where I'm going to be outlasting it. I guess if I don't draw lands, then it will be, because I'm not going to be able to do anything else with my mana. But hey, we kind of got there. Of my 4 drops, I'm going to rock the Sultai Flare. It's just a big old dude. Let's let that happen. We have, these other 4 drops are going to be really good against my opponent, but man, this 3/4, too nice. If I draw another land, we'll just play the Pine Walker at 5. Opponent doesn't know it. That would be me being really nice top decking into a perfect curve. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to attack with both. I don't mind the Bondkin training with either or. Just helps clear the way for my future attacks. And my opponent, this is like a Trumpet Blast type deck. I haven't seen it because last game my opponent couldn't get there. But if I just clear the way, I'm happy. Or if my opponent lets me do a bunch of damage, I'm really happy. Alright. Now the beef is on. Smiting my monstrous dude. Super appropriate. But it takes my opponent's entire turn, and I'm winning the race if my opponent wants to do an attack here. Throttle is nice. But we're just going to keep developing the board, of course. Get another creature out. Because then this Roar of Challenge should really just let us get there. I'm actually going to do more offense here, since I just want to close out this game. I'll do the long shot squad because it has 3 power instead of the Solid Rope Patrol, which only has 2. You can probably hear my voice or just how quickly I'm thinking. I think quicker when I feel very confident ahead that there's not much for me to worry about. I'm fine with making my opponent use cards here. My opponent have to use like a card or 2 to get this guy big enough to matter. And if that's the case, it's okay, because again, I have these backup Trumpet Blast. Okay. So I take some damage, but I still get to trade guys, and I'm fine with that. I thought it was a Trumpet Blast deck. It seemed like it, and it was. Just gonna keep doing the attacks here. Can't quite win, but I have another blocker after this. And then we just get to have removal spells and our Roars of Challenge. Roar of Challenge should win us the game. I'll have to think, depending on what mana's open, if I need to be aware of that or not at any given time. And I think we're there. Why don't instead we do a Throttle here? See what happens. Enoch Tracker. I think we're good. Should do it. What is there? What am I forgetting? Take up arms. Ah, take up arms, you say. Okay, okay. Kill one of my guys, chump the others. That was a good turn. That was a good turn. Still in good shape. With well, this remote spell is kind of pointless because I'm ahead right now, but it's a nice backup in case my opponent's able to turn things around. We'll be able to take out a big guy, like if a butcher of the horde comes down. That's not what I'm worried about. Do I even do the Roar of Challenge? I know I'm kind of slow rolling here, but you know my gameplay. There's really no reason for me to waste the card while my opponent has like removal spell mana up. I don't want to get destroyed by a murderous cut for no reason. So while I'm easily ahead, I might as well just take the time required to close out the game easily. Overall, a pretty low-key match. My opponent mulling in the first game, and then this being just my opponent stalling out. And again, I already said it, but I think that's what happens when you do these Mardu decks. You try to do these Trumpet Blasts, but unless you get like a really good draw, it doesn't do much, and it's not a consistent enough deck to be able to get super aggressive and put up results. But what am I to say anything? I also lost in second round, so there you go. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Again, so sorry about missing last couple posts. I try to be pretty regular on my Friday postings, but can't always get there when life gets insane. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday season, and again, Happy New Year, everyone. We'll see you next week. I'm Ryan from Mana Bluff. You can comment on manabluff.com, comment, subscribe, like on YouTube, or find me on Twitter, __RJH__. Peace.